guys, I just thought I'd pop on here and talk about my piano progress, also offer tips on if you're looking at returning to playing an instrument, learning an instrument in your 40s. I mean, if it helps, if you've already learned when you were younger, that is that's a great start, but there'll be some of you that are like starting from the beginning, and it must be so daunting with all the information out there, all the teachers. You've got like your online methods, and then you've got like your traditional going into a music school. I found what works though, if you've already got like a real determination to say, right, I'm going to focus on whether it be a piece or several pieces, and say I'm going to try and play a few bars at a time, because I think like with anything, I think it's great to practice in short bursts rather than trying to attempt a piece and spending several hours on it. And what I found worked for me is I like to practice pieces in rotation and then try and tackle, I would say, the harder parts first, and then also if you try and practice at a much slower pace rather than trying to attempt to play at the speed it should be played at, because they say if you can master it really slow, then that means you can play it really fast as well. So it's just one tip I would find. What I've really enjoyed doing is actually learning off teachers online as well as going to lessons. So that's applied to, I've been learning the violin. So I like that the teachers that put like the sheet music actually up on the screen whilst you're playing along to it, because it's like playing with a backing part. So I feel already it's like, oh, I can see how this sheet music should be played, and I can also hear instantly what it needs to sound like. So I've been using any teachers that I found useful using those methods. But it might be that you prefer to use the traditional looking at a textbook. One thing I found is really useful if you can master, I know not everybody uses music theory, but you can master the musical letters, so like your C, D, E, F, G, and then try and like either put musical stickers on the piano, or even if you put like some people use like lolly sticks to put like the letters on them, so that you can see where you need to place your fingers on the keyboard. I think that's a really great method as well. But I just thought I'd talk about what I found really helpful. So I currently play the violin at an intermediate level, and I've already volunteered to help with a group in a school organisation, and also I'm also helping with a musical ensemble. So it's a group of players, they're like a community group, and they play like at an intermediate standard. And I think it's great to play in a group because you can already get feedback off other musicians on how to play in a group. It's one thing playing on your own, but I think it's more exciting playing in a group because you're all playing together. You've got different harmonies contrasting with each other, and you can already see how a piece should be played. You've also got the band director who can help keep you in time. And then as well, I like that when I'm playing a piece, that can contrast with, say you might have a brass section that are playing the same piece as the violinist, so you can play in time with those. So I think it really helps you improve your playing as well, because then it's like telling you this is how it should be played and how it should sound. So that's really helped my confidence, because I found before I was going to my instrument lessons and then trying to play at home, and it's not the same as playing in a group. Whereas with piano, I feel a lot of the community that I've found is actually online, because there's not many people that are in the area that are playing at like the same level as me, because I found that most of the players I've met are like more advanced. So I like to really compare with people that are at my ability. and I've already met a few online that are at the same, I'd say the same ability, you know, and it's great to learn off them. I mean, there's some musicians I've met that are using music theory and some don't, and there's no like rules, so don't feel like you have to follow the rules, because a lot of music is about finding your own beat. So you might get motivated by playing instrumentals that are like more improvised rather than following a strict pattern. And that's another thing, I love to play pieces that have like vocal parts in them. So it might be that you have a part where the singer is meant to sing that, but you could actually apply that part that the singer is using and actually try and play that on the piano, and then you already get a feel of how the piece should sound. Because that's another thing, I like to play like instrumentals, but I also find that it makes it a bit more exciting if you've got like the melody played on top. So that's what I'd like to add. But if there was anyone who was interested in me, I know that you like the musical quizzes that I create, but if there was anyone who was interested in learning music theory, I don't mind putting together some slides on how to read music, but maybe make it a bit more fun. So let me know in the comments. But I've been really like enjoying, like I've been borrowing like a 90s music book and also a 60s music book, and I'm trying to go for like different genres because I find that my taste is so like eclectic. What's funny is that's actually the name of a group I've joined, but anyway, that's on another note. So yeah, if there's anything that you would like me to add, please let me know in the comments. Okay, bye now.